Winning. All we do is winner. On the winner's circle. All we do is
this for my money makers. We use it to educate you. Movers and shakers, tell them how you get into the paper.
on the winner's circle.
On the winner circle.
On the winner's circle.
This for my money makers. We use it to
All we
educate
do
you.
is
Movers and shakers, tell them how you get into the paper. On the winner circle.
On the winner's circle.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Winner Circle podcast. I am your host, Sam J. I have Miss Pure over there in the background. You know, she likes to stay off camera. Say what up, Miss Pure. We have sitting with us today a young man. His name is Karan. He is the CEO of TEFLON Records out of Houston, Texas.
Actually, TEFLON is out of Detroit.
It's out of Detroit?
I just happen to reside in Houston.
Okay. How
Yeah.
long have you been in Houston?
I've been there 13 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you from Detroit specifically?
I'm from Detroit, Highland Park specifically.
Highland Park specifically. Okay. I guess we can claim Detroit.
Absolutely.
Okay, and what made you want to be a CEO? I mean, did you rap before yourself?
Yep.
Or?
So I started with a group called Park House. I was a rapper for them.
Okay.
So I just learned from that experience that I really wanted to be on the back end of the music.
Oh.
And so that's what kind of got me out and, starting TEFLON up.
Okay. Okay. So you said it made you feel like you'd want to be on the back end of the music, like you thought you'd just be better at that.
Yeah. So there's three different types of people in the world. You got creators, you got managers, and you got owners. I think that I'm a manager / owner. All of us have the ability to create, but some of us are gifted at creation. Okay. And creation is not my necessary gift. My gift is ownership management. That's what I established for myself.
Okay.
So at that point, I asked, if I could put my gifts, where I thought that they were better suited. I believe at the time we might have been top heavy in management. So they was like, hey, we got it over here. So I went out and started TEFLON.
Okay. Who were you with before you started TEFLON?
Park House Entertainment.
Park House Entertainment.
Yeah, my brothers, the CEOs were Juan, O, and Noob. They were the CEOs of Park House, and mad shout out to them brothers for giving me the fire, really just confidence for her to do. And they knew I came first one day and say, hey, I want to sign you. 2 days later, they literally came and signed me. Yep. So that was the start of my music career. So I'm forever thankful to those guys. We forever brothers. So
okay.
Yeah.
You look so young, but it sounds like you've been doing this for quite a while.
I've been doing it for a while. So TEFLON actually started in '99. So I can say we really been on pushing it for about 21 years. Obviously with a couple of breaks in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess breaks kind of do happen.
They happen
along the way.
They happen. Sometimes they're necessary.
Okay. So who did you have anyone to mentor you, or you just kind of?
So I really always looked at my three CEOs as my pure mentors in the game. Along the way, obviously, you bump into, you meet a lot of different people, but I picked up 2 books that I thought were instrumental for me. This is called Everything You Need to Know About the Recording Business, and the other one was called This Business of Music. Okay. And I just really just kind of indulge myself, and to be honest, I was never really a heavy reader. But those books were the books that I felt like I needed to really understand if I wanted to be of any type of asset to the people who were up under me.
Right. So you had a goal. You educated yourself.
Absolutely.
So you kind of self-made.
Absolutely.
Self-made. I like that. So where do you reside in Texas? Where's your studio?
So in Texas, my actual studio in Texas is actually in Katy, Texas, which is right outside of Houston. Our studio here in Detroit is in Highland Park.
Oh, you have the 2 states.
Absolutely. Okay. So everything that I do, everything is replicated. Everything that we have here in Detroit, we also have in Houston.
Okay.
So it's almost identical replicas.
Okay. You have art. So you have artists here.
I do. I have two artists. My main artist that actually revitalized Teflon is Karan, my junior.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and he's actually co-CEO of Teflon.
Right.
So he actually helps make a lot of the business decisions. He runs the business here all together. That's why I'm able to live in Houston. Why everything is able to still matriculate here.
Okay.
Yeah, so he
lives here.
He lives here. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get him in on the set.
Oh yeah, he on the docket. He on the docket. He on the docket. You guys will be definitely speaking to him soon.
Okay. So what's it like in Houston?
Oh man, so Houston is dope because Houston is a melting pot. So you got huge diversity with types of music and types of people.
Okay.
So one love that I found when I moved to Houston is country music.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
But
There's
a few artists I like.
Yeah, it's some dope country artists. But I really look at country as being a close cousin to rap. It's really about storytelling, really talking about your environment, your and explicitness. The same way rap is just done over a type of melody. That's the way I see it. So
okay.
Yeah, so I can identify with country because I think it's a close cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you only have like rappers?
So actually, Karan he started out rapping. Karan is an R&B artist as of today. Yeah, he actually made a transition. He started out as K Jules. Okay. So K Jules was his rap moniker, and so once he started transitioning into being more of an R&B artist, he took on his real name to be true to his real self and change his name to Karan.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I see you kind of beam when you talk about him.
Absolutely, man. Listen, man. He again he reignited that fire when he came to me when he was, I believe, 13 years old, and he was like, "Dad, I think I want to rap." I said, "Really?" I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, if you want to do it, I'm like, I'll start the label back up. We can get this thing done, you know." Okay. And so I said, "But you got to commit yourself." I said, "Life is gonna change for you." Right. And he said, "I'm with it." And I tell you what, since 13 years old, he's not had a Christmas. He's not had a birthday. In the sense that other kids have Christmases and birthdays. He don't get clothes, Jordans, or stuff like that. All the investments for those holidays, when parents have that kind of money to invest in their kids, we take that and put it in music. Okay. Yeah, so that's what it's been since. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's real smart. So he's not only, like you say, an artist, he's a businessman. Okay. So if someone wants to, how do they audition for your label? How do they get on? So I'm very, very because of how I kind of came into music. I'm very, very family oriented. So the relationship has to kind of develop itself. Okay. So I look for artists that has pure genuine souls. One of the reasons why I love this lady so much is because her name is true to who she is. But you know what I'm saying? I get that. But that's love. But so yeah, I'm real big on energy and people having like being genuine about themselves. So I actually just yesterday just made a decision to sign our first artist outside of Karan. Get out of here. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And that was kind of a natural progression in terms of how it happened. It's been a partner that's been working in our studio down here. But he's also an artist. And he's just been showing himself to be like solid on a lot of different areas. And so that his music is super dope to me. That's just the straw to break the camel's back. Okay. Everything else around it is what I'm looking for in an artist first. And then the music is what I look for at the end. Gotcha. Yeah. And then he's a hip-hop artist? He's a hip-hop artist, yeah. Okay, what's his name? His name is YayNX. YayNX. Yay.NX, at Yay.NX on Instagram. Be on the lookout for Yay.NX. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, we're going to take a moment and we're going to have a word from our sponsors. And we'll be right back.
Garrison Auto Glass, located at 13211 Dexter, or call 313-933-6000. The only shop in Detroit that opens at 7:30 a.m. They offer same-day service by appointment. Hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Contact Garrison Auto Glass for all of your glass replacement needs.
Hey.
Also, another sponsor is Purify Organics.
Yeah.
Food in a bottle. Yes. You are most definitely what you eat and drink, so eat to live. All alkaline fruits and vegetables. Purify Organics will help boost your immune system. Added bonus, it tastes so good. Text 313-444-3072 to place your order.
And we're back.
Cool.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about, have you had any real big obstacles along the way trying to get this thing back going? I know you said y'all took a break, and then your son came to you and he said he want to do this, but just getting it back off the ground, how's that been?
So, biggest obstacle for me was for my son balancing being a father, school, and music, and doing all of them at a level that's exemplary.
Okay.
You know,
right.
You can't be no, excuse my language, half-ass father, you know, because you trying to be his friend to be, push him as an artist, or let grades slip by the wayside because, we looking at this and look at that over there, or partially half-ass the music because I'm saying, well, you got to get in the room, you got to do this, you got to do that first.
Right.
No, you got to find the balance. So that was one of the biggest obstacles. One of the biggest obstacles for me as a whole was losing artists like on the way. I lost two artists to one artist to suicide, one artist to death, and then just one artist to drugs. And so those be my thing because I don't ever want to be I don't want to be at the center of somebody's demise. And that can be in a lot of different ways. It could be because, you got frustrated with music and went and messed with something or somebody that
because it wasn't moving fast enough.
And they put you in a more exposed situation.
Right.
So I feel like one of the situations that happened to one of my partners happened at a place that they left me to go and be at. Okay. And just by the grace of God, that particular one, he could have been number 4, made it out alive, but almost everybody else in that situation didn't make it out alive. Oh. You know what I'm saying? So those are my obstacles because the music is so, it can be evil sometimes. So I got to keep the pureness in it. Just keep it loving.
I know off camera you had said something about that's why you don't have artists who are into drugs or anything illegal.
Right. And I'm definitely not angel by far, but we can't have a lifestyle that's definitely has a one-track path. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's detrimental to what we're trying to do. Okay. Is we can't be out trying to fight legal fees when we still trying to come up with money to shoot videos and stuff like that. We can't be doing both at the same time. Right. Right.
Okay, so as far as like you say, come up with money, do videos, do different things. What how do you go about that?
So initially, we was just hustling different ways and selling T-shirts. Pure helped me out with that a lot. Pure helped me out with the clothes game a lot. So today we have a venue. So we opened up a venue spot where we rent it out for people who have open mics, comedy nights, comedy shows, birthdays, graduation. At the basement of that venue, we got our studio, so we actually rent out studio time and everything like that. We actually sell clothes now, custom print clothes, hats, T-shirts, embroidery, stuff like that. We actually do flyers, digital media, stuff like that, logos.
Oh, so a lot.
So a lot, yeah. So Rock Local Entertainment Cafe is our spot. It's on Woodward and Glendale, and you can go in there and get most of those services done. We got a storefront where you can go in and buy masks, sanitize, all that good stuff to keep you healthy and safe. Okay. But yeah, so Rock Local Entertainment Cafe is kind of our business. Okay. And that's the business that my son and I run together, and that's what kind of helps us keep the music going right now. Okay. But I also, for myself as an individual, I live on a bare minimum. I don't go out and splurge on a lot of stuff. So all of my monies, I take care of my obligations, and then I put all the rest of my money in my music pot. So
Okay.
I can continue to keep this thing going.
Okay, so y'all hear that? Rock Local Entertainment Cafe. You say Glendale and Woodward?
12527 Woodward Avenue, Highland Park, Michigan.
Okay, they're offering a lot over there. Go and check them out.
Absolutely.
Okay, where do you think you like draw your biggest support from? How is it like with family, friends?
That's real interesting that you should ask that, because having a dichotomy, what I call dichotomy, me and my son being like two different generations, we have like two different crowds and fan bases that we pull from.
Okay.
So me, old man, I'm a Facebooker. You know what I'm saying? Him, the young man, he's an Instagrammer. So
that's crazy too. You know what I'm saying? I think it is kind of like that, because now they say, Facebook for old people. Whatever.
Yeah. So
I love Facebook.
so low key behind the scenes, we are always running competitions in terms of who do the best promo for their platform.
Mm-hmm.
So we have tons of like support from family all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I say all over the world, like literally not just all over the United States, family all over the world. We got family members who are in the service and stuff like that. So they've been able to take our music and expose it, across seas. We got an artist that I work with that I help to mentor, nurture, and guide. She's a professional volleyball player over in France, so that helps us out a lot.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, our support base is just so diverse, but it's solid, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I often hear artists talk about the support that they don't get. I look at the support that we don't get as our that's like our guide to doing better. Okay.
Right.
Because you have to know that if somebody really loves you, and if you're doing something really good, they're really going to support. So if somebody really loves you and you're doing something that's okay and you're not getting the support, they're not ready to tell you that it needs to be better. But their non-support is telling you that it needs to be better.
Okay. That's the way to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that should kind of motivate you. Like you say, guys, should motivate you.
Yeah, but it shouldn't make you upset, because you shouldn't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do just because they love you. Like, for instance, if I'm not into tennis, but one of my homeboys started making tennis rackets, I shouldn't be obligated to go out there and buy a tennis racket because that person is now selling tennis rackets. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if he make a backyard game that's got a tennis racket attached to it, but it's a good family game, okay, that's for me. I can go out there and buy that. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got my support, because now your product is for me. So the support that you get and don't get guides how you grow and progress.
Right. I agree. And I'm big on honest feedback, with trying to even build this podcast or whatnot. We've tried a few different things. We've had other guest hosts or whatnot, but I would ask people, what did you think? What do you think? Honestly, what's your opinion? And somebody just was like, it's boring. I was like, what?
Man.
They was like, y'all need to figure something out. I don't know what to tell y'all need to do, but it's boring and it's hard to follow. And I'm like, really? Like, okay, so even though that might hurt, dagger, but it's like,
needed.
okay, and it's needed. It's needed, because how do you grow? How do you get better? You're not getting no viewers, nobody's watching, and you wonder like, why?
Yeah, first of all, they hating on me. They ain't
hating on you. Girl, watch that shit. Try to find something. I'm about to watch the finale,
Exactly. But the reality, that's your competition. The same way with music. Drake is your competition. Lil Wayne is your competition. The people that you sit around in your circumference is not your competition.
Right.
If you're looking at them as your competition, then your bar is way too low.
Way too low. Way too low.
Yeah.
Okay, so how far do you want to take this? How big?
So the presumption is that you do music, you want to go to the top. I don't want to go to the top. I want to go to the middle. And I want to feel all of the accolades from the top. So first of all, if you're at the top, you got a big old target on your back. You're going to get knocked down at some point, or you might not. You may stay up there, but it's going to come with a whole lot of things that don't make for a happy life, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
every time you speak to people who got money, they say, you know what I'm saying, having money is not what makes you happy.
Right.
You
I
know.
believe that.
And so I literally want to float in the middle of the water.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to establish and grow wealth and teach everybody that I'm with how to grow wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm
that part, now not to cut you, but
Yes.
I love that part. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say, you know what I'm saying, you want to teach people, you want to give back. It's not like you just want to make it for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's
Absolutely.
commendable.
That's also part of the part about being in the middle. Everything has to have balance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so if I'm in a position to where I got my label going and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I big it up or whatever, when I make it to the top,
Right.
you got to believe that there's some people that I had to have left at the bottom in order to get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I stay still a little bit longer and just keep my hand back and pull them up with me, maybe we can all make it to the middle together and be good.
Be good.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So.
Humble, right.
Yeah.
So we are going to take another break.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Do a little commercial break for our sponsors. And then when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about, because we're going to close it out, your son and the project that he's working on. And then, you know, a little bit of his music or video. All right.
Are interested in being a guest or a sponsor? Email us at thewinnercirclepodcast@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the Winner's Circle Podcast. Karan.
What's up?
What's up? Tell me, okay, we were talking a little bit, the Rock Local. So Rock, that's like an acronym?
So Rock Local means, so a lot of people, because my name is Rock, a lot of people thought that I named the shop after me. No, I'm about rocking with local businesses, rocking with local artists, rocking with local, you know, people that's around you. You got to rock with the local community, you know.
Exactly.
So that's what Rock Local means. Just rock with your local people.
Okay, that's
You know what I'm saying?
We need to hear that. That's dope.
if you got gear you want to sell, bring it up there. We do consignment. You know, we want to promote your gear too. You know, we want to, whatever we can do to help your brand. That's what we want to do. We in this thing together. We're not each other's competition.
Okay, that's what's up. That's dope. Okay, I can see what I'm bringing.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to hear about what projects you got going on right now.
All right, so projects. We just dropped a video called John Q. Karan just dropped a video called John Q. Dropped last week, and the project is the song is just so powerful. I don't know if you ever seen the movie John Q.
I've seen it. I was wondering, was that, you know?
Yeah, so it's definitely
related.
As a matter of fact, Karan is the type of artist that it's a lot of symbolism.
Okay.
In his music. And so this is about how he's willing to go all the way to war and go to the ends of the earth for his family, regardless of what that means and regardless of what the world sees him as he's walking through that fire to do it for his family.
Okay.
You know, and because of the level of responsibility that he has on his head as a 23-year-old man, running 3 different businesses and, you know, and still trying to be an artist too, sometimes that can kind of get lost in the conversation in terms of how strong and how adamant he is about the people that's around him, his family, his friends, the people that he's trying to bring along with him. Okay. We have a lot of the same principles in terms of where we're trying to go in life, in terms of how we feel like we need to get there. So we know that the people around us are our backbone and our structure, and that they need to come with us. But sometimes we can make those people feel that they don't feel the love. You know what I'm saying? It might be a lack of communication that might be there. It might be a couple of days without returning a text message or something like that. It could just from the busyness of life, but on the other end, it could just feel real like offish, like you pushing them off for whatever reason, you know. Right. So John Q is a song that kind of speaks to that, and so that's the video that's out right now. That we kind of pushing real hard.
Okay, so does he write his own music?
He writes all of his own music. He also writes for other people. Okay. So if you're looking for great songs, you got a beautiful voice, but you just can't quite get those lyrics together, holla at Karan.
Holla at Karan.
Yeah, holla at Karan. He got you.
I might holler at Karan. My little guy, look, I have my grandson. He's only 5. He told me he wants to make a video. He wants to rap. So I'm like, really? Write me. You want me to write you a rap?
Man.
I don't know how that's gonna work, but
Hey, let's
we
bring
can try.
bring them
But
along. Let's
yeah,
try-
David, you
try-
encourage them. You know, they try you, and you start out when you're young.
You got to. I mean, we learn 75% of what we learn in life before we turn the age of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know that. So we are, like, as kids, we are the most spongiest as we're going to be. We can learn things like that 5-year-old can learn things that you cannot learn.
Right.
That your brain, your grown-up brain has already told you that this is too hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that even if you do learn it, it's going to take you a little bit longer to learn it because he don't have any inhibitions.
Right.
He don't know the word can't yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. So it's like I can do it. You know, and that is a yeah, that's a good thought. Well, not talking about him, but specifically, okay, the kids, like even right now with a lot of kids not being able to go to school. I know some of it's parents' choice, but being homeschooled, it's like you think they will be lacking in some things. You know, not getting that like full day.
Yeah, that full day. Yeah, it's that's definitely got to be a challenge. I actually have a 12-year-old also that has his own business too called Cool Cam. Go check out coolcam.com, KEWLKAM.com.
Okay.
Coolcam.com. So he's 12 years old. He and he's doing at home schooling.
Okay.
And I'm his teacher. I'm his.
I think he's probably a good teacher. You know.
So it's definitely a challenge and. I get a chance to not only witness it from his perspective, but I know what his peers are doing. And if you don't have the same structure that we have in our household, it's definitely some deficiencies.
It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be some deficiencies.
It's going to be huge deficiencies there.
Virtual learning.
Yeah.
So how is he adapting to it?
Good now, absolutely. And because of a little exercise we went through over the past weekend, when he came back from the weekend and the teacher was checking all their grades. He was the only child in the class that had done these particular projects with the amount of care that she was asking for. And so she called him out in the class, like, Cayman was the only one who did this and that and that. And the amount of confidence that gave him, what that made him feel like on the inside, it allowed me to now, I can sit back now for a few weeks now because he's going to ride off of that. He's going to continue to want that purpose. He's going to continue to reach for that.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
So that's what we got to push for in our kids. We got to understand what makes them tick because as adults, we can tell them what they should feel good about. Right. But they're going to feel good about the things that make them feel good. You know, and so we just got to find what that is.
Find out what it is and tap into it. Okay. So I see you're big on giving credit. You know what I'm saying? You're all about giving people credit for what they've done in your life as well. What were some people that you've worked with? And
Gotcha. So first I got to give a big shout out to my team because TEFLON does not happen without the back end of my team. So it's obviously me and Karan. Then I have Dr. Dartez. He's our producer, engineer, but he's also like our accountant. So we got Billy Davis. He runs our management team for Teflon. And then we got my wife. Okay. Her name is DJ Lady Rock, and she is our sounding board. She's a DJ, so we run all music through her. When music come off the press, everything got to go through her.
I like that, lady DJ. Some of these ladies can throw down.
So if she don't get that first feel off of that or whatever, then we kind of go back in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of go back to the thing. But on top of that, more than anything, she allows me to do this. Music is a business that takes a lot of giving, a lot of finances, and a lot of time. My wife has allowed me to do that effortlessly, without making it hard for me. So she's my biggest supporter in that regard. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. So tell us where they can find, find you, get in touch with you.
So
all that.
Music wise, you can find Karan at Teflon, Karan at TEFLON, KORON. You can find me at Karan versus Rock. That's KORON_VS_Rock ROK. You can find Dartez at Dr. Dartez at DRDARTEZ, Dr. Dartez. And then you can find Billy at Big Brother Management on Instagram also.
Okay.
All right, so that's my team. And then as far as a few artists I want to shout out that's been along, came along the way. I want to shout out Slim 14K, rest in peace, rest your soul. Want to shout out Gino, rest your soul. Want to shout out D Danger, Cabal Future, Cyrus Grism, Mr. Gangster, Taz, gotta shout you out. Gotta shout out my One Down crew. Gotta shout out SQ. Gotta shout out Bowleg. And of course, Cabal and Arctic. Gotta shout y'all out. And Rob Gator, man, thanks for all the promo love, all the promo skills and team. Man, all that you gave me, man. I'll never forget that. And then last but not least, shout out to the Quran team. Sterling, Fule, Yay, Cole. So Maddie, I know I'm gonna forget somebody, but y'all make this shit possible, man. I can't thank y'all enough. So
I love the love. That's what's up. Well, you have been sitting with the Winner Circles podcast. I've had Karan here. You've been a joy.
Thank
so you're
you.
going to introduce Karan's,
All
because
right.
it goes by Karan.
Yeah.
Introduce his single and his video, and we're out.
Hold on. First, I gotta say big shout out to Pure Exposure. Big shout out to Winner Circles. Thanks for having me. Man, beautiful interview. So this video coming up is John Q by Karan. I want y'all to check it out, stream it, share it, man. Appreciate the love. Thanks for having me, y'all.
Thanks for
Peace
coming
out.
on. Peace out.
Lieutenant Frank Grant, Chicago Police Department. Are you the man in charge?
That's right.
Well, who am I speaking to?
John Q.
I assume since all the doors are locked, this is a hostage situation. Is that correct?
I don't show the love that they want, so they say I'm heartless. But they don't know I struggle every day. I do this dirt for my people garden. Today I pray I find a better way to show my people really where my heart is, before they crucify me or deny me. Yeah. Till I get it, I can give you niggas access. All this working got me beefing with my best friends. I gotta add another check to my checklist, but then again, money can't replace your presence. When I could've bought a rollie with a facelift, but instead I bought a building with a basement. The course I'm on got me seeking education, but while I'm losing all my friends, this shit don't make sense. Mama, I've been places you might never know. You've been places I can never go. Live with faces I ain't never know. Told them secrets I hope they never tell. Bottles in the flame, I done seen the world through different frames. My spirit really on another plane. People always tell me pick a lane, but honestly I can't. I might catch a DUI with all these flames, yeah. I don't show the love that they want, so they say I'm heartless. But they don't know I struggle every day. I do this dirt for my people garden. Today I pray I find a better way to show my people really where my heart is, before they crucify me or deny me. No love lost, it's just a lack of communication. The 90s baby not a part of my generation. They tell me practice makes perfect, I practice patience. Now I can give a nigga juice with a conversation. A competition, but it still ain't no contest. All the shit a nigga take hard to digest. I've been trying to feed my people for context, but everybody can relate, so I digress. This what I do it for. Mama working nights at the grocery store. Two little brothers getting big as the grocery store. My folks in Houston living good, but we strive for more. Foot on the gas, cause I know what my drive is for. Man, I got way too many soldiers to start a war. They looking over me, protecting my heart and soul. I give up everything I got and they ask for more, cause they know I'ma go and get it, just asking for it. I don't show the love that they want, so they say I'm heartless. But they don't know I struggle every day. I do this dirt for my people garden. Today I pray I find a better way to show my people really where my heart is, before they crucify me or deny me. Yeah.